Hey guys, this is going to be a review of How to Write an Autobiographical Novel by Alexander Chee, which, despite the name, is a collection of essays and not a novel. I read this book as part of Life's Library, which is a online book club that was started by John Green and Rosianna, and I'll leave a link to their website down below so you can check it out. Basically, you can join and pay to get the books and some extras every month, and there's like an audiobook version and things like that. But there's also a Discord that you can join without paying and talk about the books there, so that's like the main purpose of the book club. Interestingly, Chee is or was a student of Annie Dillard, who we also read in Life's Library recently. We read a different book, I should have probably gotten it, but a collection of essays by her that, to be honest, I didn't enjoy that much. Like, I do like her writing, I just wasn't very interested in the subject matter of her essays. But it was interesting to hear Chee talk about being her student after having read that book by her as well. I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was very interesting, and every single one of the essays kept me very engaged as I was reading it. Despite this not being a novel like the title says, it is autobiographical, so all of the essays are based on Chee's life and like different things that have happened to him. Chee is half Korean, half white, and he's also gay, which both affect a lot of the essays in the book. The book also has a lot of writing about writing. So he talks about writing classes he's taken, including Annie Dillard's essay. He did the Iowa Writers Workshop, which he also talks about in here, and he talks about writing his first novel, which is the essay that the title comes from, because he took a lot of inspiration from his life in writing his first novel. So there's a lot of different stuff in here. Okay, the battery went dead, but I'm back. Can't remember what I was talking about anymore. But the book covers a lot of different things, but they're all connected through Chee's life, and they all do fit together really well despite the variety. To get an idea of the kinds of essays that are in the book, a few of the ones that stand out to me are an essay about when Chee was really small. His family moved back to Korea to live with his dad's family for a while, and he talks about his experiences there. Another one, like I mentioned, that talks about his experience in Annie Dillard's writing class and how he got in even though it was selective, and he talks about the Iowa Writers Workshop in the same way, about how he kind of wrote a seemingly ridiculous story for his application and then ended up getting in anyway. He writes a story about a friend who died from AIDS, which is probably the heaviest essay in the book. Like I said, I really enjoyed every essay in this book, which is kind of unusual for a collection of essays, because usually I feel like at least a couple of them aren't as interesting as all of the others. But I really liked this entire book. Like, all of the essays in it really held my attention and were very interesting. But I think that's all that I have to say, so I will see you guys later. Bye!